Alright, let's take it away with Jobee with Spyro the Dragon.
3, 2, 1, you're live.
Hi, I'm Jobee. My pronouns are he, him, and today I am going to be the runner for Spyro the Dragon. I normally speedrun a lot of horror games, a lot less technical than this game, so it was very interesting to get it this year, but I'm very excited to show y'all my run.
And hello, I am the person who taught Jobee everything, pretty much. My name's Kiltomaki. I kind of forgot to say that. I love this game. It's the best game ever, kinda. Low key. So this is gonna be a great run. So I think let's get started, maybe. Right.
All right, new game, right?
Yeah, and time is gonna start when we gain movement of Spyro.
Right.
So you should definitely call that out, you know.
Yeah, would you like me to...
Okay, rolling.
You can just pause the game, right, as soon as you start.
Yeah. Adventure begins.
Alright. Ready, right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh.
Yippee! Okay, this is... Welcome to Spyro the Dragon. Yep. Purple Dragon.
He sure is.
Okay. So, this is any percent, and this is a collectathon from the 90s. So, our goal is to obviously to collect things, and the things we collect are gems and dragons. There's also eggs, but those are less important. We only need 5 of them. The gems, we need 6,000 of them by the end of the game, and 50 dragons. So the way the game is kind of like laid out, the way the route laid out, is that it's like routed in a way where we get 50 dragons while also collecting the most amount of gems per second, pretty much. Very like, I don't know what kind of nerds came up with the routes, but they had some like gems per second type type measurement. So yeah, this is the first level, Stone Hill. This is a dragon right there. Wow, we already have 4 dragons. We only need 50. There's a nice little jump there. Nice. That's a little sequence break. We don't have to run as much.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. There's like a, you know, you would think that a 3D platformer from the 90s, you would think that a game like that would be like really broken and just like has like some major skips. But this game doesn't actually have that many majors. There are only like a couple. So that's why we have to collect things, because there are these balloonist people at the end of every home world, and we have to get the requirements to get to the next level.
Yeah, there's no way to pass them, so you have to collect all the gems or dragons.
Yeah. So, oh god, yeah, I need to keep talking. I feel like, okay, here's a cool jump. Yeah, that is a pretty big sequence break right there. Actually, the way you are able to do those kinds of jumps is that when Spyro charges in the air, he actually gains like a little bit of height. And also the ledges in this game are weird. So Spyro is just somehow able to get up certain ledges pretty easily. Just charging like angle. But you know, these are the first levels. There isn't much going on. They're just collecting gems, getting the dragons.
It's mostly the dragons, right?
Yeah. Because the first levels in this game. They don't have that many gems in them. This is actually the last level in this homeworld that we go to. Because the other 2 levels, they only have 100 gems in total. And also there's a flight level homeworld. There's actually 1 flight level in every homeworld. But we don't do the flight level in here because we don't need it. We already have enough gems in the route. I'll talk about more about the reason why we do flight levels when we actually get to them later.
Gotta be careful about gems as well, right? Because ideally, you don't want to be too under, too over, right? Over, then you wasted some time getting something you didn't need, and then under, well, that really sucks. Then you can't get the level that you need to get to.
Yeah, that's very true. But there's thankfully like going under is not that big of a deal. There are a lot of gems just around everywhere. Even like the speedrun routes, they also have a lot of gems just out and about. And, yeah. So welcome to. We're already in the second homeworld. This is going. I need to talk faster.
You're good. I mean, Artisan is just like really short. Peacekeepers, I honestly kind of this is the real homeworld.
Yeah, well, yeah, because especially here, we actually go to all 5 of the levels in this homeworld. First one here is Dry Canyon. There's actually a little fun thing here. Did you hear the guy?
It might have, but yeah, when you hit that fan, right? That fan actually the top of that fan has physics, and so it can fall on top of the enemy up there that we're gonna see at the very end, right?
Yeah. When those are called fan chests. When you flame them, the top flies off. It's a little minute time saving.
Everything in this game has a wonderful name that I do not know.
yeah, including all the dragons. Like that one was called Boris. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This level, we're just gonna go up here. This is actually a little secret here that probably a lot of casual players did not know about. You can like glide around there and go up here and get like. This is probably like everybody as a kid probably. Didn't find this dragon. I definitely was one of those. I did not find this for the longest time. I did not find how to like get to that dragon. Yeah. Oh, there's the gem.
Yep, there was the gem from the guy we hit earlier. And I mean, even when I was just playing this casually when I first got this game, I mean, I didn't even realize that I missed a bunch of levels. So this game gets deep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually like the first homeworld's flight level is actually pretty like if you don't know about it, then it's pretty hard to like find unless there's literally one dragon in the game that talks to you about like, hey, this is the way you can unlock a secret level. It's there's like water, and then there's 5 platforms that you jump on and and you unlock the flight level. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's definitely a big sequence break. You're supposed to like go up there and fly over around there, but we can just be gamers and get it.
Yeah, honestly, this game does not have that many crazy like sequence breaks or like glitches, but it's all about movement and it is really satisfying. But Spyro's movement can also be really frustrating. At least I think it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like tank controls. Definitely, like if you did not grow up with this game, it's Jobee can probably
a little before my time.
Yeah, you can probably say that this game takes a lot of getting used to control.
And man, I had to go through a whole process of like trying to figure out how to work a PS2 because I'm not playing this on an actual PlayStation, and that was a whole ordeal because I grew up with a Wii. That was a completely different beast.
level is like. By the way, this is Cliff Town. I
This
don't
level
think
is like...
said that. There are like this is like for top runners. This is like one of the. I mean, even for beginner runners, this is a pretty tough level. Or like if you want like a world record, there's a trick in this level called a mama proxy, which is just like you like flame one of the the big mamas at the very beginning of the level, and you squeeze Spyro in between her corpse and the wall.
I couldn't quite figure that one out, unfortunately. But we made our route that. That's kind of the. You said to me before that Spyro is a game where you're just. Oops. Spyro is a game where you're just constantly learning more and more stuff. Like you said, it was like a really high skill ceiling type thing where, I mean, my PB in this game isn't even, it's like barely under an hour. But what is the world record in this game? It's like 30 something minutes.
It's 36 minutes and like 30 seconds. Yeah, this game, like, it seems so simple. And it is simple, but there's like so much you can optimize. It's so... My PB is 44 minutes and 8 seconds. And yes. This game is definitely, I would say, like... I mean, would you say that it's like kind of easy to learn?
I would say, like, yeah, there's not too many. It was a bit daunting. It's a little longer than some of the other games. An hour's not like that crazy. Learning all the levels, all the routes took some time, but once you get into it and you understand the broad strokes of what you're doing, it is really fun and easy to just practice and do it over and over and over again, because again, it's mostly just movement and trying to get little optimizations over time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is certainly a game that is quite easy to like learn, but hard to master. This game is like the definition of that. Do you want to get the egg before night flight?
Yeah, let's get that one first.
Yeah.
Even while we were still like just practicing right before this, he was showing me some little optimizations of. There's so many different orders and routes that you can get everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, we need to get this guy either way, but before I was doing it where I was doing a level before getting him, but they recommended doing it this way, and it just saves. It just saves a little bit of time. I'm trying not to talk too much because.
You have to focus.
Focus.
Go to Nightfall.
The funny purple dragon.
Yeah. This game is definitely like the part about it. Like the funny thing about learning to play this game is that all of it becomes muscle memory at some point.
Mm-hmm. Almost to your detriment, to the detriment, right? Because like I mean, it kind of gets hard to break habits after a while because if you're not thinking about it, you might start doing everything automatically the way you know it, but
yeah, you can learn some bad habits.
Yes,
for sure.
You have helped me break a lot of those bad habits over time.
Yeah. Even though I feel like it was pretty hard for me to teach certain things because I just let my hands do the work. I don't really think about what I'm doing most of the time with this game.
Helped me the most with like figuring out what to go for.
Yeah. Definitely like it's very easy to just like grab so many extra gems and just everything. Yeah, but it's definitely not like the end of the world.
There's still things that we both like. There's still many ways that you can do it and just be preferred, right? Like even that first jump in Cliff Town, that's kind of difficult. We both do it in completely different ways. I mean, I've gotten fairly consistent at it. I know you're really consistent at it, but we do it in completely different ways.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of freedom of expression in this game. Like you can do a lot of things very differently and get different results.
If you look at like number 14 and number 13 on the leaderboard, I just picked a number, but like they're probably completely different routes.
Well,
No? No, maybe not that often.
But there's there are definitely like very small things that different people do differently.
Cool thing, right? You can kind of pick and choose what you would like to change. You can slowly change it over time.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like this feels like a podcast right now. We're not. So I might as well just like mention the fact that like, why did we do a flight level? Well, the reason is that we actually get 300 gems every time we do a flight level, which is really, you know, necessary. It helps a lot. So
I wonder though, because I never thought about it. Why don't you do the flight level in Artisans, the first homeworld?
Well,
it gives you 300.
Well, you know, that's like one of those things that somebody has thought about that. Somebody has like labbed it out with like all the other, like if you get 300 gems there, then what other 300 gems do you not get? And there's just like somebody has figured that out, I guess.
Yeah, there's too much math in this game for my liking.
I mean, yeah, kinda. I mean, we are not the ones who made this route, so I don't think we need to like learn much about we don't need math, except for the last level, but, you know, we'll get to that in, like, I don't know,
but,
at some point.
Even though this game has definitely caused me a lot of frustration, I mean, I think that's just the nature of speedrunning. I found it very, very enjoyable, because, like, every single time I'm like, you know what, I'm done for the day, I'm gonna turn this thing off, 5 minutes later, I'm back on it.
Yeah, I don't know, this game is, I feel like every speedrunner of this game gets really angry often. At least I do. And I've seen other speedrunners get quite angry at this game for whatever reason. But it's still so addictive. I don't know. It's just very addictive. It's fun to collect gems. I think that's just the
very satisfying.
Yeah, it's just testament to how like good of a game this is that it's just fun to play casually and speedrun wise.
I guess PlayStation 1, right? My first PlayStation 1 game, very good first impression, but I guess I should have expected that. I mean, this is like a classic, right?
Yep. I mean, I guess also like Crash Bandicoot is a classic, but I feel like you wouldn't like that game very much.
I played Crash Bandicoot on some sort of like official emulator type thing, if you know what I'm saying, and like I didn't get this game.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a very approachable game. It's not like super tough. There's some parts of it that are quite hard. But like it's not one of those like impossible PS1 games. For sure. So yeah, Magic Crafters. We're already in the third homeworld. I don't know. At the end of this homeworld, we need 5 dragon eggs, which we have collected 2 so far. But we're gonna get more, obviously. You know, you'll start to see that like the vibes have changed a lot. This feels like a very much more like a fantastical world. And that
out of the stages kind of get more complex as well. I mean, Dreamweavers has a whole kind of puzzle you need to figure out if you're playing it casually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more like pits where you can fall into, and yeah, the levels are just gonna get harder and harder, which is, you know, gonna be something to see, especially when we get to Misty Bog.
Yep. And I guess like the kind of gimmick with this world, it feels like maybe, is you have all these like wizards and such that can move the environment around. As you see, like I'm gonna have to wait for these stairs to go back down, and so I guess that's this world's kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of wizards and a lot of moving parts and a lot of cycles. But you know, we're not playing like, there's some levels where like the cycles will matter, but only if you are at like a top level.
Which
we're not too.
Think I've improved a lot. I don't know if I'd call myself top level quite yet.
Yeah, it might be a... Maybe not yet. Oh, maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. There you can actually... This guy... that guy's annoying, first of all. And he like raises and lowers that platform, but if you're on a bad cycle, you can just glide to the right of the platform, and for some reason it just lowers instantly. Yeah, you did. That's like you probably didn't even like think about it.
Exactly. This game is just I'm talking and I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Well, you're
Spyro.
Yep. You're collecting a lot of gems, which is the point.
The goal.
Yeah, and it is the last requirement before the final boss. So the gems are like they are the most important, and also we need 6,000 of them.
And it's like a unique experience because I mean I've played sort of like Bugs and X is a game I have like hundreds of hours, and like you have hundreds of hours in Spyro. And it's kind of a platformer, but it is a collectathon, but the way any percent is, the collectathon aspect doesn't matter to it. So it was a whole different thing to learn about this like gem management kind of system for this game speedrun.
Yeah. Also, you just nonchalantly flew through a wall, you know.
I did do that, didn't I?
It's like after you see it for the first time or experience it for the first time, it's it's just a thing that happens. They just didn't put collision in that specific part of the wall, and you can just fly through it.
The first time I did that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. But yeah, I guess after a while, you kind of... And so there's probably people like, did he just fly through a wall?
Yeah, we were just talking. We didn't even acknowledge it.
I mean, that's one of the only really places you really fly through a wall. I know there's, you can do that skip in Artisans, right? But I don't go for that because it's a little too difficult.
Yeah, there are like, yeah.
There's but like you said earlier, not nearly as much as you would expect for a game like this.
Yeah, and especially not in any percent. Mm-hmm. There are like in other categories we break the game in different ways. Especially there's a category called Vortex, which is kind of like an any percent for regular video games. You know, you just go through every level and you beat every level. But in Vortex we put in a cheat code to unlock every world, so we don't have to collect anything. And we just get to well, there's actually one Vortex right there. That's the...
Yeah.
We just go through those, like, things that take you out of the level.
Are they called vortexes? I thought they were called portals. I've been calling them portals.
I think portals are the thing you enter.
Yeah, you're right. I never thought of... Yeah, okay. I never made that connection that that's what they were called.
There's a little supercharge thing. First supercharge of the run. A little baby one. Collecting some gems here.
I mean, hell, that was a trick we just did, right? Was to... Because that's not super intentional to use the supercharge in that way, but the way that we jump across and kind of like into it, and then use that to burst through the... What are they called? The ones that you have to blow on to get the treasure.
Spring chests.
I've never heard you say that word. I'm learning something new right now, and I'm like, game.
It's a weird name. I don't know where I mean, I guess the gems like spring up. I suppose.
That was
cool.
Right?
Yeah, that was cool. You just supercharged. Welcome to Wizard Peak. As the name implies, this level is peak. It's the best level in the game.
Opinion.
Hopefully it's gonna go well. It's definitely a very fantastic level when it goes well, but it's hard. I'll just say that.
The beginning's easy.
Yeah, definitely. But in the middle of the level, there's gonna be some supercharging happening. Mm-hmm. Supercharging in this game is quite something.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's very janky. I don't personally really understand how it works necessarily. Also, Spyro can, when you're supercharging, Spyro can just jump on its own, on his own. It's, I don't know. Here's a cool supercharge thing. Good focus.
Ooh, that went pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Usually I really screw that up.
Yeah, and then we go over here.
And say, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Feel bad.
What?
I said, normally I screw up, and you said, yeah.
No.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's a very satisfying supercharge
And we
strat. Where
full of a death abuse there, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah, there are not very many death abuses in this game, but that is one we do because it is faster to death abuse than to glide back to this main island here.
If I'm recalling correctly, we got the egg earlier, so we don't need that extra one on the side, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, there's actually like 6 eggs in the route, so there is, you know, room for there's some wiggle room.
I think here earlier today that there's a lot of improvisation in this game because not everything goes exactly how you're hoping every time.
Yeah, you basically like you miss different gems on like different runs, so it like it really like affects the way you're playing. Because sometimes you have to get extra gems and sometimes you don't, and it's like, you know, sometimes you do a weird movement thing like that, and then you have to do a thing.
Alright, you have to decide in that moment, is it worth going back for that blue gem? Because 5 is a decent amount of gems, but it's also kind of not. And you have to think, how many gems do I have left? So it just becomes a whole thing.
Okay, welcome to Crystal Flight. This is the hardest flight level in the game. Yeah, it's the hardest one. Yep. These planes in the beginning, they are pretty hard to get all of them. But, you know, yeah, and stuff like that will happen. If you're too close to them, even though your flame, like, physically hits them, it doesn't hit them. It's, you know.
But you gotta work with
Yep. I mean, yeah, they just constantly go on a cycle. You can, you know, when you're done with that ring, you can go for that plane.
Yeah, we'll get them on the other.
Or not.
When we go back.
Okay.
But you do have to make sure you get all of them in these flight levels, otherwise you don't get the full 300 gems.
Yeah. Thankfully, with the route we're doing, the timer is not really a problem. This is definitely casually. This is also the hardest flight level.
It took me like 20 minutes to get this. 20, 30, something like that.
Yeah, it's really hard to like figure. I don't know what the intended route is.
Oh, there he is.
I have no idea what the intended route is for this level because there doesn't seem to be one.
But I mean, honestly, the flight levels are kind of my favorite, like just to play casually because they're like puzzles. Or I mean, as a speedrunner, obviously, right? I like those kind of like time trial things, right? To figure out how to do it as fast as possible. Oh, we got the skin. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So actually, there's a dragon in front of that portal of that flight level. But we went around the back and we got the camera stuck on the portal, and basically like we enter a level when the camera goes into the portal or something like that. So when we got the camera stuck, Spyro kept flying through the portal, and he actually like got the dragon before we entered Crystal Flight, which saves like 7 to 8 seconds. You know, not that much, but it's free time save.
It is.
It was cool.
If you just have to try to place your camera in a weird way.
Yeah. But it is interesting. It's one of the only ways in this game where you can actually like skip dragons. There's only 2 ways in this game where you can skip dragons. One of them is our good buddy Nestor at the very beginning of the game. He has a 30-second dialogue that you cannot skip.
Yeah, in case anyone saw the beginning and was wondering like why we didn't get the dragon that was literally right in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a 30-second dialogue that just, or monologue, I guess, that, you know, we can't skip, so we don't get him. But you can skip him with like I think it's like a, a quadruple frame perfect trick. You know, you have to like jump and flame and charge at the very exact timings to get on top of him, and you skip Nestor. It's
A little above my pay grade.
yeah. Yeah, top level runs are very reset heavy in the very first seconds of the run. Because Nestor is a everybody loves Nestor.
I don't love Nestor.
True. So yeah, we're actually getting to the end of Magic Crafters.
Yep.
With this guy. This guy is actually called Blowhard, which...
Good name.
Yep. Very funny. You actually got every gem in that level, by the way.
Yeah, I remember you said that one time, like that's one of the only levels where you pretty much get every gem.
Yeah, like the most optimal route, you are missing only 5 gems or something in that level, so... Yeah, we pretty much get every gem in that level. It's really good for that.
I'm actually 13 seconds on my PB. There's just three homeworlds left.
Yeah.
Play.
Yep. And and also like the last 2 homeworlds are pretty fast because we don't do a lot of the levels in them.
Does not.
Yeah, we do almost all of the levels, except that one. That is right there, Terrace Village. We actually skipped that one.
I think we both shared dislike of this homeworld.
Yeah, this is where the game becomes like borderline unfair. You will definitely see after this next flight level, you will get to see Misty Bog, which is probably a childhood favorite of everybody who has played this game.
Okay. It's fun getting eaten by I don't even know what they are, the little weird tree people over and over. That was great. And you have to sit there and watch their animation as they're chewing you up.
Yeah, hopefully we will not get them. Hopefully we will not say that.
I haven't gotten eaten by them in a while, but never say never, right?
Yeah.
Alright. I do
But
love
what?
in this level a lot.
Lock in. This level, it's pretty simple. There are, like, at the end, there's a bunch of planes with cycles and stuff like that. So it is pretty important to, like, not miss anything here. But there are also, like, many different... I've seen so many different ways you can do the final part of this flight level. Even though most of the flight levels are, like, solved, you know, but this one, there's some variations between people.
It's just difficult because if you hit that water even once, it's just instant death for Spyro.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh.
Yeah, I meant.
Yeah.
We'll get him.
It's fine.
Oh, and I missed.
Whoops.
We'll get him on the other hand.
Yeah, this is that improvisation coming in.
Yeah.
It's really easy to miss things in this video game.
This one.
Yeah, good call.
Alright, there you go. And that's not bad, because we still had a roof at least.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I could talk about... Yeah, there's... After you finish a flight level, we actually saw that in Crystal Flight. There's like this little animation of all the things you collected, like flying in and doing whirlies, stuff like that. But if we hit something, like a wall or a ceiling, it actually skips the animation completely, which is really weird. I don't know why it does that.
I feel like this game is good. I love it. But it feels like it's held together by spaghetti code sometimes.
Kinda. But it's also not very broken. There's just a lot of little things.
There's just little weird things about it.
Yeah. Welcome to Misty Bog. The worst level in the game. These guys, if they eat you, it's like a 5-second time loss because there's like a long animation of them chewing you and then they spit you out. Really fun. Also, frogs.
Least favorite enemy in the whole game.
Yeah, these guys are menaces. Is that the plural? Yeah. If you get close enough, they will just hit you with their tongue just like super fast, and you can't really do anything about that. It's horrible, I would definitely say.
Especially toward the level.
Yeah. Also, there are not like... Actually, I haven't talked anything about Sparks.
Yeah.
But Yes, Sparks is your dragonfly buddy, who, you know, you've probably seen he collects the gems for us. But as you can see, Spark is now blue. Because...
Took damage.
Yeah. So Sparks works like your, it's like your health. And, and the thing is, like, if Sparks, if you get hit another time, Sparks becomes green, and then if you get hit another time, Sparks just goes away, and then you just have to collect every gem manually.
Yeah,
which is...
doesn't sound that bad, but like you realize just how much you need Sparks when he's gone, and honestly, it's sometimes worth just death abusing to get him back.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's some people are very some crazy people have decided to run a category of this game, which is a modded version where there is no Sparks. It's called its category is called Sparksless, and you just play the game and you have to collect every single gem and yourself
Can't get hit.
Yeah, it's... I have not played it. I will probably not play it.
I think you shouldn't play it. It sounds horrible.
Yeah, I've already played the Japanese version of this game, which is just a really weird... Yeah, it's a really weird and terrible version of this game that just... I don't know why it exists. There's a bunch of signs there.
How could they make a different version of this game?
I mean, they could have just translated the game, but instead they made kind of just a completely different game. It's weird.
Read on that.
I mean, I don't know. Spyro just moves very slowly in that version, and the camera is super zoomed out. There's a bunch of signs everywhere that tell you about things. I don't know what they tell you about. I speak Japanese.
You don't?
I don't know. No.
You just knew every language.
True. Nah.
Interesting thing as well is you live in Finland and I live in rural America, so we've had to figure out some stuff with that.
Yeah.
It's been interesting.
For sure. Yeah, the frogs are... Okay, this is the best room in the game for sure.
That's here.
Look at this mess. Oh my goodness.
I might die here, honestly. Yeah, I didn't have enough health.
Yeah, it happens. Just try to be careful and not get hit before you get into that room. Yeah, there you go. You don't necessarily have to kill that last guy. It's fine. Yeah, you just wanna like... This room, I don't know why. I don't know what they're doing.
I think they got bored.
Yeah, we'll let them cook. I blame Ted Price for this. CEO of...
For it.
Yeah. Yeah, that room definitely, like, you know... It's like decently easy if you go slow, but trying to do that room really, really fast, that's a whole different thing. It's very difficult. I haven't practiced Misty Bog very much. It's like my worst level in terms of my own competence.
We all do that as speedrunners. We just have one level. It's like, I'm not bothering, dude.
Yeah, but I did actually, like, not too long ago, I did actually finally practice that level, and I mean, I kinda understood what I needed to do, but it's still not fun.
A good amount of lives for this level.
Yeah. Welcome to Treetops. This is also probably a childhood favorite of many. For a different reason, actually. This one is... Yeah, it's unnecessarily convoluted. The intended method. But we're just gonna... you know, we're just gonna skip things. Make things a lot more simple.
And just casually, one of the hardest jumps in the game that I hate.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably like one of the hardest... Maybe the hardest thing you have like learned for this speedrun. I would say.
It's up there.
Yeah. Okay, lock in.
I'm locking in.
Not quite.
That's like,
No. Yeah, you wanna aim more towards like the corner of the ramp.
yeah, you're right. You're right. There you go. That's gotta be.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I should be the expert here, and I should like tell you like what's happened. That is nowhere like that is not the intended way. Not in any. That is nowhere near the intended way. I don't know. For some reason, when you like jump, when you're standing on top of the supercharged things, you get like a lot of extra speed, and when you jump at the end of the ramp and you turn instantly, you gain like a lot of height, and you can get over the I don't know. It just works. You know, like
I mean, yeah.
like
So the ins and outs of every glitch I do in games, I just learn them, man.
yeah. I mean, I do know quite a bit of this game, but
No, absolutely. You probably know more than I know about pretty much every game I run.
yeah.
I think there's an interesting dichotomy when it comes to like speedrunning. You have like route finders and glitch hunters, and then you have the actual runners. Sometimes that overlaps, but like for me,
Yeah.
I very rarely am actually gonna find like a new glitch or route or idea, you know? And so I'm always super appreciative of people who do that, and you know, and then the benefit for them is that I get to actually incorporate it into the run, right? So it's fun. Speedrunning's fun.
Yeah. Definitely is.
Ooh, I almost ran into that.
Yeah, that would be really bad. We would be down 100 gems if that happened.
Would explain why I just did a death visa there?
Yeah, so at the end of the platform there, like where the vortex was, there is actually like a way to get up to where we are going right now, but it's hard, especially if you don't have save states. Like Jobee doesn't have save states, so it's quite difficult to get up here. You can like go like with the supercharge, you just like go towards a sloped surface, and you just jump from there, and you can get up there where we just ended the level.
Crazy thing based on like hitting this pretty specific spot and flying up and all this momentum and nah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It is very hit or miss. I feel like a lot of tricks in this game they're like decently easy to execute, but being like really consistent at them, that's a whole different thing. That's definitely something I struggle with.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in here that I have learned, but I just don't implement them because I'm not even close to being consistent enough for it to be worth it.
Yeah. This game, it definitely, you know, it can be a time sink if you're willing to invest time into this game, but it's also a lot of fun. I can say that. I feel like every time I see anybody play this game, I'm like, man, I should boot up Spyro and play this.
Fun when I'm winning.
Are you winning?
I think I'm winning. I don't think I'm ahead of my PB anymore, but I'm pretty much matching it.
Yeah, I think this is going decently.
Nah.
For sure. I mean, there isn't much game actually like left. There's only like 5 levels after this one.
Less than 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I did this in the wrong order. Hold on.
Nah, it's fine.
I don't know where I am. Oh, there I am.
It's definitely like, I feel like when I watched before I speedrun this game myself, I just I feel like when I watched somebody play this, I was like, oh, I can do that. I know exactly what gems to get and in what order, but actually it's not very easy to not very easy to memorize every single gem.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's
not very
daunting. So
Yeah, and also just like remembering everything that you have to collect. It's a lot.
I couldn't imagine when this game started out having to figure out a route because, like I said, that's just so much math.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, did he hit it for me?
Yeah, he can actually break them.
And that.
Yeah, I don't know why. By the way, that's Metalhead, and we break his pylons.
I call it big giant robot, but Metalhead works as well.
Yeah. Definitely, I need to remember to like look at your gem count after this level to like
I should be
gauge.
Too many.
Not necessarily. I feel like you're pretty even. You might be. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
There's definitely like for every level, you know, obviously there's a specific amount that we usually get, but it is very easy to miss gems, obviously. And but the most important thing is like between homeworlds, it's important to like look at your gem count and see like if you are very far behind or you're far ahead.
Right. Don't do that because I'm foolish.
Yeah, I mean, when you're not super familiar with this game, it's pretty hard to like improvise because you don't know where the gems are necessarily.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's really good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need. Oh wait, no.
Yep, you go up there first.
You're so correct.
Yep.
Tell you for a second, Teach.
Yeah, we're just gonna collect a few gems here in the homeworld before we move on to the end of the last homeworld.
Man, this guy.
Loaded this guy.
Actual feeling homeworld.
Yeah, because actually the final homeworld, it only has 3 levels.
It's mostly
We go in.
final boss. We didn't even talk about the lore of the game.
Nasty Narc is the
Bad way to kill him.
he's the bad guy. You should get a chick. Nah, okay.
Just got all the lore. That's it.
Yeah. You're green sparks right now, which is not very good.
Should be fine. I'm pretty consistent with that trick, so it should be fine.
Okay. There's actually a fodder right at the beginning of this homeworld.
Yeah.
But the enemies can hit you pretty easily, so
You're right.
oh, it's right there. Actually, like the movements of the fodder or the placement of them, they are random. And doesn't usually. I mean, if you are really hurting and you want to get life back, they can make you lose time. I've definitely felt that because you're just trying to hunt down a sheep or a bouncing mushroom. Here's a skip.
Uh-oh. I'm glad I grabbed that fodder, right?
Yep.
Hold on! Okay, I just have to reset.
You can
Is there fodder somewhere?
yeah, there would have been.
Oops,
It's
I
fine.
forgot to Beast makers. My live split's yelling at me.
Oh no, you're in the red.
Well, ahead of my PB, believe it or not.
Nice.
Which I wouldn't. I guess my Beast makers was pretty bad on my PB.
Okay, so here's a skip.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm barely.
Yeah, we just like a damage boost between those two weirdos.
That is a form of a proxy, right? Maybe.
I don't. No, I don't. It's just I would call that like a damage boost.
That's fair.
Yeah, a proxy is like a fail-safe mechanic that if Spyro gets, or in any game, I know Ratchet and Clank games also have proxies. It's basically like a fail-safe where like if your character gets stuck somewhere, the game just launches you, and you know, we obviously abuse that in other categories or in like, you know, world records. This is not a world. I don't mean to be mean. Sorry if I come off as mean.
No, you don't come off as mean. You're just very humorous.
Thanks.
Giggly.
I'm just you know.
No, I don't take it personal because I know you're just the best Spyro player in the whole wide world, right?
Yep, I'm like the 70th best any percent.
What, like a million?
Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, if you think about it, many millions of people have played this game.
No, actually, I think you're right.
Yeah, so you know, I'm technically 70th out of that many millions.
Yeah.
Yep. There's the belief. This was another flight level with some cycles. You know, you can frames can be.
Whoa.
What?
He did like a little jig for us.
I don't know what that was.
But yeah, that one was a little slow, so I didn't get the right cycle on it, but it's alright.
Yeah. Okay, so this level is called Jacques, I think. Or I
don't even need the extra gems.
Yes, you do need a couple. You need 7 extra gems.
Okay. Oh, don't hit me.
You should just get them, the ones that are... Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot his timer's really short.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is Jacques. It's actually the name of the level. This is the final level before we get to the final homeworld. So this is the final level where we have to get to the 6,000 gem requirement. We don't need dragons anymore, by the way. We just need the gems. And so this level is like it varies a lot, depending on like how many gems you need. There's like a route we do where we get 340 gems, but there are like at least like 30 extras in the level. You should definitely get that guy that's alone. Yeah, he has 10.
Oh, I thought he only had a 5. Oh, you're right.
No. I mean, even a 5 would have been...
Well, you're the teacher and I'm the student.
Yeah. Even a 5 would have been kind of necessary at this point. You should just be...
That's what I mean. It's too much math.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna be safe and get the save on this, just in case.
Okay, yeah. Usually we skip this dragon because we don't need it, but it gives us a checkpoint here. And, you know, nice marathon safety thing.
I'm not hitting.
This level in general, like, it's one of the most interesting levels in the whole run, because, you know, it definitely varies, like, the things you do in this level, it's very different from run to run, kinda. And also this is one of the hardest levels, I feel like, for, like, beginners, and also for, definitely for top runners. Level is quite difficult. There's some strats that save like fractions of seconds, and they could cost you the run.
Wow, yeah, we were... I mean,
perfect.
Yeah, there's a few that we could have got. Oh, actually, no, there wasn't any more that we could have gotten. Wow, yeah, that's about as close as you can get to...
Yeah, that was
perfection.
Very optimal.
I'm a minute ahead of my PB? That was
nice.
Weavers. That was crazy. I thought my PB...
I mean, yeah.
Now I feel like, damn, I should have probably played a little bit more. I thought 100 hours would cut it, but I guess, like we said, Spyro is an infinitely deep game.
Yeah, it is. Like, yeah, the skill ceiling for this game, like even the world record holders have said that the skill ceiling for this game is infinite. Like, that's why people have sunk like thousands and thousands of hours in this game. It's crazy. So this is the final homeworld. We only have 2 levels before the final boss, Nasty North.
Yep.
And actually here we don't need to collect anything. We just have to get to the end. Whoops. That's
okay.
There's a rat.
A second try. There you go.
Yeah, we just do that. Whatever that was, you know.
Yeah, well, I guess that's not... Is that not a proxy? That's what would... I don't even know what that is. You just...
I don't know. It's called... The trick is called TNT work.
I see.
TNT work? I don't know.
You just jump your loving arms, and then he thrusts you up into the air, and it all works out. And then you get
with
lag spike.
Yeah, with just the correct timing, you press jump there and you...
Yeah, I got it depth of use. Because I need all the help I can get on this level.
Yeah, it's pretty... This level is pretty rough. Because these guys have machine guns for whatever reason in this children's video game. Also grenades. Yeah. I mean, in Reignited Trilogy, they shoot like Splatoon guns for whatever reason. Which I think is pretty lame.
Family friendly.
Yeah, or something like that. But I think the machine guns are pretty cool.
But this game's for men.
Definitely. There are no women that play this game.
That's not what I meant. I meant like for people.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was just gonna say like literally in the top 4 runners of this category, half of them are women.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's very cool.
All right, last level.
Yep,
That's pretty
Nasty North. Yeah, this level is quite short. All we have to do is get 2 keys, and then we get to flame the big bad guy who's right there.
Oh, and mess up the keys.
Yeah.
Next time I just... No, I didn't. Awesome.
Well, the second one is quite tricky. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we can like trick him. Usually the thief guy just like runs the other direction, but if you do that, he for some reason runs like into you.
Very specifically to get him to run the way you want him to. And if you don't do it right, then what is it? It's like a 20 or 30 second time loss for each one, isn't it?
Yes.
Depending on how good you are catching him.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've lost like 20 seconds to that. It's really bad. Especially like when you get to here on PB pace. It's this level. Those thieves are the worst. With shaky hands.
But we're coming up. As long as I don't mess up anything here, which is possible.
Yeah. So actually, time is gonna come up very soon when we get to flame Nasty Nork the final time. That is when time is called.
And time. 58-second PB.
Nice. Very nice. Was that underestimated? I think that was like
just almost a minute over, but
nah, only like 30 seconds. That's not bad. That was pretty good.
Now there's order again in the
I feel like
dragon.
you were definitely like expecting a worse run.
no, yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a minute, so I'm glad that my practice has come in handy.
Yeah. So outro. I don't know.
Outro. I did not plan for this. I want to thank Kyoto Mikey for teaching me this game. They've been very helpful in showing me all the different ways and just being a good sport about everything. I really enjoyed playing this game and running it. Like I said, it was frustrating at times, but I think that's just all of speedrunning. And I'm very glad to have been able to do this and have a really good teacher to help me out.
Yeah. And we definitely we have gotten along very well. So we got quite lucky here.
Yes. I know it could be like last year I got someone as well that was like really super helpful for helping me learn my game, and so it's awesome when you have the runner and the teacher when they click, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess I could say it right now. I guess I could plug some like Spyro related things. If this is like a childhood favorite game of yours, you should speedrun it. 100%. It's a really fun game, speedrun. To just play casually. You should just play it casually even. Like it's really a good game. And also the community behind the speedrunning, it's really good. It's very welcoming. There's a Discord. There's a lot of people just streaming this game every day. Like for like how old is this game? Like 27 years old. For a 27-year-old game, this game is still alive and well. The world record was broken. Like the newest world record was like maybe like a month ago. Like this game is still like very much alive. So yeah, I would definitely recommend speedrunning this game.
And honestly, even if it's not like a childhood game of yours, I mean, I never played this up until the last few months, and I've got to say, like, this is one of those games I think you could give to like a beginner speedrunner, and there's a lot that you can do with it. There's a lot of different ways you can run it. It's very flexible in that way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this was my first speedrun game, so you know.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So this is definitely a good, a very nice kind of beginner-friendly speedrun game. So yeah.
All right. I think that's all we had to say.
Yep.
All right, thank you so much, both of you, for the amazing run. And I will be switching over now. As we switch over to Atto, I will be signing off and handing everything over to our next host.
Can people hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can people hear me? Is that good? Okay, good. I didn't know if I was supposed to talk yet or not. I almost thought I spoke again then for a second. Whoops. Okay. Hello, I'm back again. My name is, if you were there yesterday, you probably know me a little bit already, but hello, my name is Sally. I am a VTuber streamer. I mainly play video games such as RPGs, and I sometimes do a bit of speedrunning of my own, but nowhere near as good as by actual professionals. Like, it is very shoddy gameplay, but I do alright with it. I also do art, and I am planning eventually uploading some clips from my stream to my YouTube. Today, we are starting off with an any percent no major glitches run of Atto, ran by Evil-D, and taught by, I'm assuming it's pronounced Zuriso? I'm not particularly sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I hope I didn't completely butcher the name. Pretty much, like, I'm going to be observing that. I might ask some questions along the way because I know absolutely nothing about this game. So yeah, if we're ready to get started, I'm ready for the runners to make their entrance. Okay. I guess I'll keep you guys entertained for a little bit while doing that. Okay, I guess I know what to do. I'll go through some of the incentives that we still have yet to go through, if any of you are interested in that. So out of the incentives that are still active, we've got active. So we've got a Ghostland Yard bonus run for Apocalypse World 1, which is basically a harder version of the first world of the game, and also ran backwards. All the levels are inverted, but with extra difficulty. If you fancy seeing me, who is also running that game, and some of my friends attempt to do a quick run of that and maybe lose our minds in the process, then all we need is an extra, the amount needed is $50 Canadian. There's Disney's there's the incentive for Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure for the bonus Nokia missions. So I don't know anything about the Nokia missions, but basically it'll just add a little bit of extra gameplay to Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure on Monday the 23rd of June, so the final day of the run, the marathon. So if any of you are interested in seeing a bit more extra Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure and keeping the marathon going for a little bit longer, that's something that you can work towards. And alright, there's a couple more, there's 2 more here. So as well as that, there is the Spider-Man cutscenes. So basically that will have just see if we can find it. Where's Spyro? Just a second. Just need to find. For God's sake, I'm so blind. There we are. That will force Alpha 5 to basically play through the entirety of Spider-Man 2000 with all the cutscenes in their campy 90s glory. So if you fancy watching some epic superhero camp while also watching this game be played, and also hearing J. Jonah Jameson argue for more photos of the web slinger, then the amount to reach is 60 Canadian dollars. As well as that, there is the last incentive, which is to make the runner of Wario World eat a raw clove of garlic, which could be really fun because garlic is fucking disgusting raw. So in order to complete that incentive, we need the amount to reach is 75 Canadian dollars. So, if you're interested in, if any of you watching are interested in making this last a little bit longer, and also to have a laugh at our expense, there's some of the incentives that are still running that you can have a bit of input in and make our lives more of a living hell. That's something that you can do. We good to go? Right. Take that. Take it good to go. Right. Okay, so now I think we are ready to introduce our next runners. Good to go, guys? Are we? Oh, okay. This is getting interesting. Okay, this might be. I'm running out of things to talk about. Let's talk about how if you stick around till about 2 a.m. over here, but probably when we get the. I don't know what time this is running up. Just a second. It's 11. It's 11. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. So, for those in the UK, I think depending on your time zone, whether you're central as well, which is 8 p.m, or if you're like me and are going to be up at a stupid time of night, like 2 a.m, feel free to join me again, not as a host, but as a runner for Ghost in the Yard, along with a couple of other as well as a few other faces like okay, we got some technical issues. We'll be ready in a second. Again. Oh yeah, to join me, Oddkara and mainly Maid in a run of Ghost in the Yard, where we'll basically be playing through the entire game till and if we hit the incentive, one of the bonus worlds that you unlock after finishing the game. If you're interested in that, then that's something that you can work towards, but also if you just fancy just watching an interesting race / showcase of us all just playing the game, then that's gonna be on live that'll be live at about 8 p.m. Central Time. I mean, I can't. So I'm kind of running out of things to say here, guys. I'm good to go whenever you guys are, but if there's still some technical issues, you might want to go back onto ad break. You might want to go into another ad break for a minute. Okay. Oh, are we finally good to go? Okay, I'm waiting. There you go. Alright. I guess while I'm waiting, I mentioned I don't want. There's not much else to add there. I'm gonna basically just be saying, oh yeah, I post artwork on Flipping Blue Sky again, which is just kind of me repeating myself. So yeah, I'm running out of things to say. I'm gonna go quiet for a minute while I'm just waiting.